You have likely heard about the ongoing lawsuits involving former President Trump. But what are the key lawsuits he's currently facing and what are the potential consequences? In this video, we will answer these questions. Stay tuned. Donald Trump is no stranger to legal battles, with over 4,000 cases dating back to the 1980s, from financial disputes to allegations of sexual harassment and assault. However, he is now in uncharted territory as the first US president to face criminal charges. In 2023, 4 indictments were filed against him, 2 at the state level and 2 at the federal level. Before we dive into these cases, it is essential to understand what an indictment is. An indictment is a formal accusation that someone has committed a crime, determined by a grand jury. The grand jury's role is not to decide guilt or innocence, but to establish whether there is enough evidence to proceed to trial. With that clarification, 4 distinct grand juries voted to indict President Trump. Let's discuss these cases in the order of indictment. The people of the state of New York versus Donald J. Trump. In this case, Trump faces 34 felony counts of falsifying business records related to hush money payments to adult film actress Stormy Daniels during the 2016 presidential campaign. Prosecutors alleged Trump falsified business record to hide $130,000 in payment to Daniels, violating federal campaign finance law. The trial is scheduled for March 25, 2024, with each conviction carrying a potential 4-year prison sentence, though probation remains a possibility. United States of America versus Donald J. Trump, Valentin Nauta, and Carlos de Oliveira. This case involves 40 criminal charges related to mishandling classified materials after Mr. Trump departed from the White House. During an FBI search at his Mar-a-Lago estate, thousands of documents, including some marked as classified, were seized. These charges encompass both Trump's handling of these documents and his alleged attempts to obstruct the FBI's retrieval efforts. Most of the counts pertain to the willful retention of national defense information falling under the Espionage Act. Additionally, there are 8 individual counts, such as charges of conspiracy to obstruct justice, withholding documents and records, and making false statements. The trial is scheduled for May 2024, and if Trump is convicted, these charges could lead to significant prison sentences. Charges under the Espionage Act could result in a maximum sentence of 10 years, while other, including conspiracy and false statements, could carry penalties of up to 20 years in prison. However, the exact penalties remain uncertain. United States of America versus Donald J. Trump. Donald Trump is facing criminal charges in a separate federal investigation related to efforts to overturn the outcome of the 2020 presidential election. The 45-page indictment lists 4 counts: conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding, obstruction of and attempt to obstruct an official proceeding, and conspiracy against rights. The indictment alleges that Trump and a co-conspirator attempted to exploit the chaos at the Capitol by urging lawmakers to delay the certification of the election. Another conspirator allegedly pursued then Vice President Mike Pence to violate the law to delay President Joe Biden's victory. The charging documents refer to 6 co-conspirators, but their identities remain undisclosed as they haven't been charged with any crimes. The trial is scheduled for March 4, 2024. If Trump is convicted, the charges carry potential prison sentences. For example, obstructing an official proceeding could result in up to 20 years in prison, while conspiracy to defraud the US could lead to up to 5 years and conspiracy against rights up to 10 years. Most of these charges could also be penalized with fines. The state of Georgia versus Donald J. Trump et al. In a case brought by an Atlanta-based grand jury, Trump and 18 others were indicted on state charges related to their alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia. This investigation stemmed in part from a leaked phone call in which Trump urged Georgia's top election official to find enough votes to secure his victory.
So, look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,000 780 votes, which is one more than we have, because we won the state.
Trump faces 13 criminal counts, including an alleged violation of Georgia's Racketeering, Influenced, and Corrupt Organization Act. Other charges encompass solicitation of violation of oath by a public officer, conspiring to commit impersonation of a public officer, conspiring to commit forgery, conspiring to commit false statements, and writing and conspiring to file false documents. The trial date remains uncertain. While it might be challenging to convict Trump on the racketeering charges, which is more common in organized crime cases, it carries a maximum 20-year prison sentence. Making false statements could result in 1 to 5 years in prison, and a person convicted of first-degree criminal solicitation to commit election fraud may face 1 to 3 years in jail. Notably, this state-level case doesn't allow for presidential pardons even if Trump were to win 2024 election. These 4 cases represent the primary legal challenges facing Trump, with the trials set to occur in 2024 amid the Republican primaries for the presidential election where Trump is a candidate. While the charges are serious and conviction could lead to lengthy prison sentences, the logistics, security, and political considerations surrounding the imprisonment of a former president make a conventional prison sentence unlikely, according to many experts. It is important to note that neither the indictments nor any resulting convictions would automatically disqualify Trump from running for the 2024 presidential election. The 14th Amendment offers a potential path for disqualification, but it's fraught with complexity and unlikely to be enforced. Referring to the 14th Amendment, which states, "No person shall hold any office under the United States who have previously taken an oath to support the Constitution of the United States shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same or given aid or comfort to the enemies thereof," it is important to recognize that enforcement remains uncertain. Given the ambiguity of terms like insurrection and rebellion, the practical application of this provision is far from straightforward. State election officials could potentially reject Trump's candidacy, but political factors often come into play and legal battles may reach the Supreme Court. As such, the odds of President Trump's name being removed from the ballot in any state regarding his presidential candidacy appear low. In this video, we have delved into the primary lawsuits against President Trump and explored the potential outcomes. If you found this content informative, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. I would love to hear from you, so feel free to share your thoughts, comments, and ideas for future topics in the comment section. Thank you for joining, and I can't wait to catch you in my next video.